Welcome to 1111, which is a segment from my podcast where I talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Lately I've been obsessed with this video of it's Young Miami where it's like this reel where her friend has like a plate of food and it's like chicken, fries, mac and cheese and like gravy or something. And then she's eating like chicken with fries, and then she's like, "I will never eat a plate that looks like that." And then he's like, "Well, that's what they gave me." And then she's like, "That plate is low vibrations. I would never eat a plate that looks like that." And then he's like, "So what my coach is telling me is to never don't always eat what everyone puts in on your table." And I've been like so obsessed with like the low vibrations and high vibrations. Like throughout my day, I'm always like, this is very high vibrations. Like like my mantra literally when I meditated the other day was like high vibrations, high vibrations, high vibrations. And then I was like thinking to myself, what is high vibrations for me? Like, what does that mean for me? Obviously, like, your own high vibrations are your high vibrations. Like, my high vibrations are my high vibrations. And, like, what works for you, and what works for me works for me. Like, I think this is just something, like, to feed off of, you know what I mean? So, we're gonna start with meditating and yoga. I feel like those are the two most, like, common, like, high vibrations, like, to raise the vibrations you can get. I've been obsessed with meditating. If you listen to my like Sunday episodes, you know that like I meditate every single day, and it's becoming a habit. And now I feel so off throughout my day if I don't. Luckily, I haven't only on like Sunday, and I did feel a little bit off. So like that's very high vibration to me. Also yoga. Like yoga is one of the like the sexiest like exercise for me. Like yoga and Pilates are like my favorite exercises that make me like they're like so what's that word? Aphrodisiac. Next we have squats. Squats is very high vibrations. I feel like the epitome of high vibrations is like a thick thigh, tight abs. Like, I feel like that's like very high vibrations. But I mean, we love, our flat queens, but like, I don't know, curvy, yeah. Okay, so healthy food is so high vibrations. Like, I'm sorry, but every time I eat junk food, like Taco Bell, I get so freaking like low vibrations. And it's like so unhealthy. Like, Gorge, you're killing your body. So I've been obsessed with healthy food. I sound crazy. I've been obsessed with healthy food lately. I've been obsessed with like I need a burp. Sorry, that's very low vibration to me. I've been obsessed with like protein shakes and like healthy food like tofu and like fruits and veggies and like stuff like that. I don't know. I just love that. I also do feel like junk food is just such an energy drainer, and that's very low vibrations. Like stuff that drains your energy is so low vibrations to me. Next is water. I feel like when people don't drink water, like you're stinky. Like yeah, stinky vibes. Stinky inky, poopy dooky, like smelly. I feel like when you don't drink water, it's just like, what are you doing? Like what? Also, as I said that, I'm gonna yeah, like a gallon of water a day, please. I feel like that's like, that keeps every. What did Arianki say? I've been eating healthy. Keep it real tight and squeaky, okay? I feel like water is like the essential. Next, I put mind your business, make your money. I honestly feel like people should just mind their business. Like, Gorge, if it's not affecting your life, if it's not affecting you personally or affecting like people around you, mind your business. Like, why are you in my business as an adult? Like, at your Jurassic Park age. Like, why are you in my business? So, I've been obsessed with people minding their own business and like making money. Like, obviously I've been like in this new mentality of like simplifying my life and like not buying stuff I don't need and like just creating moments that make me happy and hobbies, yada yada yada. But like making money, I mean, money does make the world go around. I'm sorry, it does. Like, call me crazy. So yeah. And then next I have read. I feel like reading is like so important to me just because you wind down. Also, I've been obsessed with winding down. I've been obsessed like not going on my phone for like the last 2 hours of the day. It feels so rewarding to me. Like you're giving your mind a break is like so important. And I feel like all of these things give your mind a break. I feel like yoga, meditation, give your mind a break. Like sometimes we stress our mind out by like constant media consumption by like 1,000. Like my best friend, Jocelyn, she's like so insane as to how our brain works, and like she's always trying to improve, which is why I love her energy. And during this time that we hung out, she was talking to me about how like the consumption of media is just so insane. Like we watch videos and videos and videos and hours and hours and hours, and like our brain is trying to process that as well as processing our present day. So I've been like trying so hard not to scroll on social media for like just my time limit, which is 30 minutes. I give myself 30 minutes a day. And it's just really important to me because I sometimes do feel like our brain is something that kind of keeps us going. And if we like treat it badly, it's not gonna like, karma. Next, I have art exhibits. I feel like art exhibits are so high vibrations. Like art exhibits, matcha, medication. I feel like all of that is such high vibrations because like we're getting knowledge off of like the 15th century paintings. I genuinely feel so much smarter when I leave an art exhibit. Like I just feel like I'm witnessing beauty. I'm witnessing, great, and I love that. I love leaving an art exhibit or like a museum or something of that sort and like just feeling so happy and like at peace and like knowing that like I learned something, I just love that. I put journaling. I feel like journaling, healing, and evolving, all three, they are such high vibration behavior. Like I journal all about my feelings all the time. Like I literally do it every single day. Like it's a habit. Like every time I meditate, I journal about my day, like how I'm feeling, and then I journal about the meditation. So like it keeps me on track, And like healing and evolving is something that go hand in hand. I feel like sometimes to heal you have to like once you heal you evolve, or as you're healing you're evolving. And I think that's perfect. I feel like sometimes we base off our healing on like our accomplishments, but in reality like healing is looking back at a situation and not necessarily feeling the same emotions, or sometimes healing can literally just letting go. Like I feel like that's the best healing that I've ever done, is just letting go. Like sometimes we really do just need to let go. And also like learning when people walk out of your life is such high vibrations. Like you're vibrating so high that people are like, when people walk out of your life, you really don't pay much mind to it because you know that like you gave your best. And like when people walk out of your life, or even when you leave someone's life, you know that like you tried your best, and like sometimes things just don't work out, and we honestly do just have to accept it and move on, because there's really nothing that we can do unless there's like a conversation to be had about a mistake that we did, or like something that was lost in translation. Then honestly just let it go. Like if you did everything you could and it still didn't work out, that's a sign, Gorge. Just let it go. Knowing your worth. I feel like knowing your worth is one of the biggest high vibration behavior one can have, just because sometimes we like to settle when we're lonely. Like we like to settle when we don't feel like, what did SZA say? I get so lonely, I forget what I'm worth. Like yeah, like SZA, I love SZA. Like SZA's Control album is timeless. Like it's one of the best albums like ever, and it's literally still in the Billboard charts. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, like knowing your worth is one of the best things one can do for themselves. Like I recently, like I would say like 5 months ago, I've realized my worth. Like I realized that I'm like this insane golden like good energy kiddo, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm obsessed with knowing my worth and knowing not to settle. I feel like those are such like go hand in hand, knowing your worth and not settling. But like sometimes we think that like this is the best that it gets, or sometimes we like to just we're just lonely, so sometimes we just need company, and it's like, no, know your worth. Like I'll rather much be lonely and live my early 20s. Honestly, I'm so excited that I'm gonna enter my 20s single, just because, not to like crap on anyone, but honestly like your 20s are not to be wasted on someone who you're probably gonna end up breaking up with. Like I'm sorry, Gorge, you're not gonna marry someone you're dating at 19 and 20. That's a little unrealistic. I don't know. I get like I feel like the biggest red flag is when there's like 18-year-olds getting married. I'm like, you haven't even lived nothing. Like this marriage is probably gonna last 5 years max, because you're gonna get either bored of each other, or you're gonna like realize that you wasted so much of your youth and you don't want to waste it anymore, And also you're so immature at that age. Like what could you be doing? Like you literally just started doing taxes. Now you're getting married? I'm sorry, you need to calm down. Next, protecting your peace and energy. I feel like that's the last one, and I feel like that's where we're gonna leave off of, because protecting our energy and our peace is one of the most important things that like I've learned how to do, and like it always comes down to, is this serving me any purpose? Like, is this bringing me any sort of happiness? Is this bringing me peace? Is this bringing me, like, are we both benefiting? Is the benefit mutual? I feel like when I share my company, my energy, there's always something to get out of, I feel like I like to always give my best to people. Honestly, sometimes I don't. Like, sometimes I really just am not in a good mood, and I don't feel like, trying to like talk, or talk to you, or like small talk. I'm starting to love small talk. I used to hate small talk because I'm like, get out of my way, but now I'm like learning there's beauty in small talk. Like today at the gym, I like try to create the small talk with someone, and it was like cool, I guess, but honestly it did feel like a waste of time. But like, honestly, no, because I need to rebuild that small talk, because I used to have really good social skills. So I guess, it's okay. But protecting our peace and energy, like, don't always share your stuff with strangers. Like, not everyone has the best interest in your life, and that could even go with family. So honestly, just journal about it. Anyways, I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Have a really good day. Know your worth. Bye.